Good evening, almost morning. It's 2300 hours and 54 minutes. It's Monday, August 13th. We'll end on Tuesday, August 14th, 2018. A Heart of Me. I wanted to give like I had a About Me live, I think the other day, a couple days ago. And it's the Heart of Me, which a lot of people really don't know a lot about people. You ever watch the news that's come on TV and the first thing their neighbor say, the witness say, or a person that's been around that person, they don't really intertwine. They just be neighbors. They don't really cross paths. And I was like, wow, I never knew that about that person. Like the man that was hiding those 3 girls in the backyard. I don't know how was he able to do that. It's people that is so damn nosy. It's no way you can hide anything in your backyard. They know when you get home. And I seen when like, I didn't know that person did that. I didn't know they was capable of that. I was like, man, y'all really ain't y'all know everything just like the people that call like this is new thing. You can rent out your house to people from other countries or that's coming in and need a place to stay. You're legit. You're a good open hearted person. You don't charge a lot. Of course you provide them with certain things and then they pay you amount. It's like they might stay with you for a week. Your fee might be $30. It might be $5 a day, $10 a day, or something like that. So that ends up being $50 they pay you, which is not a lot of money compared to they're gonna pay $250 for a hotel room for 1 or 2 nights. I think that's fair pay. It's called Airbnb. More like the international people that they trust. But the neighbor didn't know who the person was. They called the police saying it was suspicious people leaving. So you telling me them people have been there like they said they've been there like 3 or 4 days. So 3 or 4 days coming in out of the house and you didn't find them suspicious. But only people they found suspicious the people with the skin color. But that's another matter. But so it's like they didn't know those people. So are they being nosy or they just we know that was more racist than being nosy. But I was just starting off with an example to show like people really don't know people. We always jump to a collusion. We close it in. So that means we're closed minded. So the heart of me is people is really don't matter how much you're gonna express yourself, don't matter what you're gonna do for yourself and other people, your demise is you're looking at other people. And we do need some type of person. It's not a validation. And that's where I think women get me wrong. They say you need a validation. No, I'm looking at you. As I was with a lady named April. She said I was looking for validation. I'm like, I'm looking for you. You want my heart to be a certain way. So I was like, I can't. I'm like, that's good. Like and I thought back, and I was talking to a lady from Africa named Perpetual, and it was like, I'm doing all of it. I'm learning about me. I never met the lady. I'm trusting in her. But she steady, we always had a conflict because she was like, if I tell you act like it don't matter. You tell me things like from the beginning, you if you don't tell her this is basically what we do with each other. We don't tell the truth from the beginning. Like I had a female friend named Monica. I cut ties with her. It was weird and I hate how you cut ties with people instead of say, okay, you ask them a question and they don't really respond to the question, they'll foretell you in a way it's like basically I asked her what was her point with me. You see me as a friend? Do you like me? She said I enjoy my time. I know God has a man for me. Cool. But then she said I know it's not you. I know it's not me because one thing I asked her on Sunday yesterday was about to be now 2 days. Do you like me or what do you see? Because I was no longer like, what I'm in this, I'm 35, she's 38. What are we doing at 35 and 38? I don't need a female. I already got females that I vibe with or women that I vibe with. I don't keep need to add more and more and more. I got male. I have male, female friends of all races and nationalities. See, I say all races and nationalities, they're mixed. They're mixed with different races and nationality. So I get to see a different perspective. I even finally, like today, I was shocked and appalled about the video with the mammies and the bed wenches. And I was like, this is going off the topic a little bit. I was like, where's these videos being produced? I was like, we made movies like these. It was a black lady, she was dark skinned and fat, the mammy, the ancient mama. And it's like the spiritually inclined kicked in, like, I'm not really wrong. And I don't know why people look at I know my heart is truth because I never watched none of these movies. I never read none of these books. But how do I know that happened before? I used to tell like women when they say black men is the demise of the black community. I was like, you are too. You are more than mine because you hold the power in the womb. I was wondering why the creator kept giving me the power of oneness, the power of the womb. The womb bring life. Who carried the baby? The woman. So the woman have so much control over the community, but they don't see that. So the destruction start with the woman. It don't so much the killing. You kill the man, destroy the woman. Listen to this part. You kill the man, destroy the woman. And all my relationships was like somebody was trying to kill somebody and somebody was trying to destroy. And my mind was like, what the hell was going on in my relationships? I'm trying to really just gain access to your heart. I want to know, like they say, I'm the key to unlock you. But I'm fighting through her religion, her past experiences, her problems, what another man did that looked like me. I'm fighting through so much. But why I gotta fight through life with a woman I'm trying to be with, not against? So the heart of me is sitting here like, wow, but even the bed, which she looking at the women, she grooming the women, the nurture and false. So Obama was right. They took a poll with Obama said, we are nurtured, we are bred, basically, we are birthed, spiritually birthed into what we see. He was right of racism. And they used know what they used for the poll? I keep saying that. They used the number. I'm like, you can't use a numbers poll. You got to use life poll. How am I treated when I go outside? I didn't know these movies. I keep seeing these movies on YouTube. So everybody keeps saying the internet is evil. I don't know how the hell. I don't know say how the hell the internet is evil when we don't even discuss this in our homes. So are we wicked or are we evil? The people that are saying this, the internet is evil and wicked. They tell lies. Well, so far in my life, from all I've seen, internet been telling me the truth. I'm gonna still talk it. Porn was invented to make these bed wenches, these mammies, these coon, this idea of what we call a coon. When you can't see the hurt in your people, you are a coon, and telling me that you hurt me, that's why black people this. But you ignore other races of hurting you. That's what they want you to do. I'm not going to ignore that. Okay, I'm hurt by a black person. I'm hurt by a white person too. But I'm not going to say one better than the other because what I choose to take my perspective to. And that's the heart of me, my perspective of what I've seen in my life. It holds true. Like I said, experiences can change. I can be with 99,000 black women that treat me like shit and find a good one. And be like, she didn't treat me like shit. She didn't treat me bad. She didn't spit on me. She didn't use me. She didn't treat me like other women would treat me because I didn't have a lot of things. She treated me. It's like she do what I did. Hi, how you doing? I showed my care and friendliness. I was kind to her and good. What other reason would I have to, when I see you, to not be kind and good to you and just truly friendly? What reason do I have? I can't go by my past because I'm working in my future. I'm preparing for I'm working towards my future. I'm in the now and a present is my gift. That's a gift. I don't hit, and this is what I never, and all the women, even my favorite women I listen to, that's how I know women and men mind think different. Because I never really women here talk about their past as they talk about their past that hurt them. But when they get into the now and present and they talk about the future, it's always elaborated. It's like fallacies of what another person did to them. That's why they so strong. You ever go listen to people empowerment. Like your empowerment is a reinforcement, an affirmation, and empowerment of good and positive. Well, a real man, that's already starting off already a real woman. I don't do that. I say I have learned from my life experiences. Well, my life experiences have taught to stick to my core values of who I am. Because I have moral values and ethics. And within those, I'm gonna have positive and good reinforcements, affirmations. I love me, I am great. I love my family, I love people. Whatever holds true to me. I'm a good helper and a sister and I'm a good brother, a good whatever I'm good at. I'm gonna put that in there and empower me. I'm not gonna name one person to empower me or anybody that's associated with my past, unless I'm having a conversation like about me conversation or the heart of me. I'm like, this is what this person did. Like, I'm gonna really say their name. That's not defaming. That's not defaming you. Because if somebody say this is what OJ did, that's what I did to them, unless they lying and talk about like we hear all these men raping these women and no being not being funny. I gotta say this. I've been in situations with women I could have got in trouble, but I learned there is a difference between Puerto Rican women, black women, and white women, Asian women, Chinese women. See, a lot of white women. If you notice, and I don't even need a survey for this. All the times you see a black man getting in trouble of rape and hurting a woman, what is her ethnicity? Because black women love to say that we're beating and abusing them. And I learned this. Abuse can be towards a woman in any way, especially when they ain't bound with the Me Too and the feminism. That goes a line of, if I say that's, oh wow, that's very stupid of what women do, and I can't believe you're acting like that. That's abuse. I said that to a woman literally. I was letting this woman stay with me, and I asked her would she ever date me, and she said no. And I asked her, was you ever my friend? She said no. But somehow this guy that had a girlfriend was her boo. She really cared about him. But I was like, let him even when I was here, ask him to stay with you. I was just seeing what she'd say. She's like, I can't. Why can't you? And she gave me some type of weak excuse. And I was like, I know her. I was like, Audrey, I don't know you from a can of paint. But somehow I can let you stay with me. Like, Audrey, I didn't ask you for anything. I didn't even come at you sexually. And it was times when I know she walks in my room. She sat on my bed, on my bed, like at the beginning of like where I'm more towards the wall of my bed. I don't have like I hate the what you call that? Just the metal part, the support of the bed. So I just have like my box spring and my mattress set on my bed. And she looking at me weird. I'm sitting there like, what's going on? And I ain't saying nothing to her. But I'm looking in my mind like, is this because I know, and I made a move at her one time, and she was always wary of me. She would carry a knife, and she didn't push me away. And I kind of like rubbed her shoulder. I was like, oh, and I backed off. Then that time too, she came into my room. So I know it was times that I could have done stuff with her, and she's not an ugly woman. People like, you gay? Like women you talk to, are you gay? That's the case if I'd have had sex with 300 women in my life. That's kind of nasty. It's bad enough I had sex with my fingers. I need three hands, so I'm 35. I started at 23, and I had sex with 32 women, and it wasn't on the fact I was conquering, because a lot of men like to use like I get pussy. I was like, so I got money. I'm like, so that's not who you are though. But that's how you know what that's the makeup of that person. See, the makeup of me, it was not me. I didn't know that was I never thought that was a conquest. I think that's very interesting that a man can have a woman in his house and have another woman in his house and say, you suck my penis while she watch, or you hit her from the back while she watch, and or I seen the women put leashes on women, literally a physical leash and a mental and a verbal leash, and women stay around for that abuse. But when it comes to men like me, now let me get back to where I came with this for. We had problems with the connection. But we gotta remember the music, these movies. I didn't know that movie. She grooming these black girls, dark skin, light skin, brown skin, red tone shade, because they know they was mixed because of the colonization in that her master's house, and she walking around. And she like, no offense, I don't want to call women, but she was disgusting in that movie. I don't know how they got, and that's why I said Kerry Washington played in Scandal. Gabrielle Union played in Mary Jane. Sanaa Lathan played in Something New. Kerry Washington played in Terrence View. Uh, you could just go along with the movies. Baby Boy with that wasn't Lauren London. Taraji P Henson played in Empire. Terrence Howard played in Empire, and Howard out here for a pimp song. Good songs in there. It's funny because it hit the beat because that's what I was typing music in the 80s and 90s. What? Howard out here for a pimp, trying to get that money in the. It's like it's true. I seen it. I know a guy that's a pimp named Brandon. A white dude be pimping these black women. It's like so we've been pimping and pimping. It's like we still pimping. We still profiting in the churches. I see so much corruption and destruction to the community. It is ridiculous. Like this is us. This is it. I know we are still slaves. I was like, damn, I'm a slave too. I don't ignore that we're slaves. I hate when people be like, I'm not a slave. Yes, you is, Negro. I had to call him a Negro because they call me a nigga. We love saying nigga to each other. No white people, nobody other race can say nigga. You shouldn't be saying in the first place. But we love to say it to each other. And we had those conversations with white people, other nationality people, ethnicity people. It's like, why can't we say it? Why do you want to say it? I don't walk around saying the other words. I heard a person call a person a sand monkey. I was like, what is that? It was like an Arabic person in the Middle East. I was like, that's funny. It's not funny to me. I experienced racism my whole time. I've been called, and just in the last 2 years, been called a nigger 12 times and been thrown at 6 times. And other things, events that goes with racism towards me, minding my business. Like if they see my videos, this would underline me as weak, a beta male. We do all these different things. And I'm like, forget that. I'm like, I'm me. Like yet in relationships. My one goal, I was just telling a lady I was talking to from Africa. I never met her, and I wanted to meet her, and it just didn't work. I've done long distance relationships. It don't work out. So I'm learning. I'm accepting a lot of things about who I am because I was on a quest the last week. Was trying to build myself up. Like, why don't women want to be with me? What is so much that is so unattractive about me that a woman don't want to be with me? What do I do so wrong to women? What do I say so wrong? And I had to think about only what the women can give me in the relationships I was trying to build up to get to that exclusiveness, that courtship. Couldn't get there because one goal I have for myself is to be with a woman, and then when we establish commitment and relationship, is to be with her for a year. I'm 35, born in 1982, November 15. Haven't been in a long-term relationship, and I never cheated on a woman. But 2 years ago, I lied and told the woman I did. But the crazy part about this relationship, she was from Rochester. Her name was Elizabeth. I'm 35. She should be 33 now, 34. It was like the beginning. It was so hard. I don't know even. I was homeless and I was living in a home where they helped the veterans. And it was I wasn't. I can still see myself with her, but it was so much. She didn't really have a carer for me. She didn't really. We couldn't really talk. We talked all day. It was times I literally stayed on the phone with her for almost over 16 to 24 hours. I won't say from like 16 to 24 hours. My phone was dying. I just kept it plugged in. And I walked away. She was still on the phone. Like we literally stayed on the phone all day. I don't know how she did it either. It was like, and I didn't even get no, and like, you know what she didn't even do? She didn't even give me props for that. I got her car back on the road. Mind you, I'm homeless, but I started getting my benefits for my money. She thought my money was free. I was like, no. And I helped her $1,500 and then like $300 and then like $600. She was gonna be my woman. I was courting her. That's why. But this still wasn't a year. I knew her, and we not didn't jump into a relationship because I thought we were bonding, and I learned like, wow, I learned bonding is not there yet with men and women. So you have to start off slow. So a woman should respect when a man don't pay for the first date or anything. If he asking you out, he really want to get to know your heart. I can make a woman and I can say this. I can make a woman drop her panties because that's what we're nurtured and bred and fostered to believe what love is. Even these young girls out there think what love is. It's a new spirit of love, like they listen to H period E period R her. Janae Ackles of the world. A lot of these women are bisexual and gay, like Kendrick Lamar. Nobody remember the first song he called is called "Drink Cup Pole Cup," and in the video he's showing the cups and the diamonds and stuff falling. That was a suicide spiritual led song. Just like Adele, "Hello," that's a suicide, a spiritual. That's why I like now when I listen to music, I'm like I know what it is, but I'm okay with the music even though it still kind of affect me in some way, but I'm okay because I'm not affected by suicide because I know how strong I am. So the spirit of suicide in those songs, and nobody want to talk about that. That was just that's why I say I don't know like where Kendrick Lamar get these newer songs from. Like it's like when did and if a person was working for the enemy, right? The end of me. So they're trying to end me with a group of organization. When all of a sudden, like Jay-Z, even Kanye West, when did they ever was for your side? That's what I want to know. So about me, in the heart of me, I'm always was for my side. I was never wanting to hurt people. I was helping. So even me helping Elizabeth, it was like she asked me one day, "You gonna help me with my car?" Her tires got slashed by her ex. And I seen the video where she showed me, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. But it wasn't him. He got somebody to do it. So she knew the guy. I was like, wow. And I didn't have the money at the time to get. I just paid all that money to get her car going. I was like, let's get a new car. She didn't want a new car. So I said, okay, we can literally with that money all that money we spent together could have got her a new car, and we could have went to a dealership because they told her it was gonna give her. Like the dealership even told her, but no, she didn't want that responsibility. But now she's not with me. Now she's taking on that responsibility, which didn't make sense when she had help, when help was there. A lot of us don't talk about that. We do need help. I don't care if you make 150,000 a year. You need some type of help. I know a lady that make 100,000 a year, and her mother is CNA, and she still you need her mother because why? Because she have kids, and the father of the children, not there. She has more than one child too. I think she has three, two by the same man, one by another man, both not there. And I heard of me, even with women like that, and we talk about this, but we don't, women don't tell the truth. They don't. You got to think about that as a man. I'm a single, I don't have kids. I'm getting the picture. You know what I'm getting the depiction of the dudes that played these women and left them with kids. I tell women I want children. And you know the analogy I'm learning, if women don't like you, they'll say, well, you will find her one day. That's what my friend Monica did. Ooh, she said she know who God got for her. But somehow she keep meeting all these. So that's why I know for women, for a fact for women, this is a fact for any woman. If you go outside, men will talk to you. You have more of an opportunity to meet a man because it's not like we're all like for me, it is hard for me. And it's people understand because women that say, well, if you scared of rejection or men. Well, these is coming from I seen these dudes, they no homo, these some handsome dudes. This dude was online, was talking to a well-known brother. He light skinned, I can't think of his name. And he had men on the panel, the other dude, brown skin, a lighter brown, other one dark skin. But he said I was fat and I was pulling women. The light skinned dude that brung him on the panel, like, man, he was like, rate your wife. He's like 137 out of a 10. He's like, out of 1 to 10, he's like 137. He's like, man, that's no lie. I'm not exaggerating. I'm like, that's cool. That means he been pulling women for the longest. with what he had. And this is what we don't understand. I'm giving you the heart of me of why this is a conversation men don't talk about or never talked about. I'm gonna get about my father too. If he been getting women for the longest when he was fat and he lost weight and he got like one of the baddest women just looks alone, he says she a great woman, she cook and everything. So she's that type of woman, regardless of her look, and she's brilliant. And the men they agree. They convey, yes, he speaks the truth. We met her, we came to the house, we had a meal. She can cook, she can throw down. She dressed good, she looked good, she know how to be a woman. Cool. So the player dude that had all these women got that. And this is what we fail to realize. We really fail to realize. I was never the player dude. Me and Casanova never been friends. Old Casanova. Like Gerald Levert. Go check out that song. Me and Casanova. So, and I'm happy it's a new Chinese dude I found on YouTube as well. See, I'm finding more people. You got to find like-minded people or people that experience events like you. But they don't wallow in those events. They overcome. I'm constantly overcoming. Me growing up, I was told I looked like shit. I was ugly. I'm nothing. I'm unworthy. I'm not eligible. I'm not gonna never be nothing. Remember in New Jack City, the father told him, "I ain't shit, cause you ain't gonna never be shit." And the mother sitting there like, "This is the hell she married. This is the man she got with, the husband. Look at her son now, but look what her father's saying to his son." My creator never said that to me. We talk about all these Christian women and these good-hearted women, but they're really not good-hearted. My friend Monica never, she opened up to me one time, but after that, nothing. She never. I asked her, you like me? She said yes. But she's like, if you come down, I did the things to see if she would like me because I seen like men that like women do that. But then it's like it availed to nothing. So I was like, I was just going to see what the mind thing is. She didn't open up to me. She kept it on the surface. But she was so quick to say, God got a man for me, and I know, and he's not you. So that means she visibly see this man. So that's why I was like, that's why the spirit told me I gotta leave her alone. I like cut, and it was good. Only part I wish she'd have just left out, because I didn't put enough emphasis on nothing. I just asked her, do you like me, or what's going on? And she said she gotta like, so I cut ties. I had no ties to be. But these Casanova, these players, these smooth operators, they get women. They're not gonna worry about rejection more than the guy that's come, let Jodeci come and talk to me. I really want to get to know you. Can I talk to you? I really want to know you. I've been watching you for so very long, trying to get my nerves up just to be so strong. Like I'm bold, I'm being bold and courageous. This is bold and courageous. But then we constantly being told, like, that's why I say our demise is other people. You need to be around people that got the heart of you. I got my one friend, he don't say too much when it comes, and I just really listen to him. Good dude. He just got married, his second marriage. So be it. But he a good man. And I was like, yeah, he one of those. I had a friend, and they got women, they get women. So they got the pick of the litter. Even ugly women. I've been to Atlanta. I've been to the South. I've been to New York. So I don't know when I see these women keep saying, but the women that I see that's not like that, like Ashley, I watch on YouTube, Ashley W. Period. She's single because she get offers, but it's not to her liking. It's like she's mentally confused or psychological messed up, just like a lot of women I met, like the Elizabeth, the Monica. Good man going to be presented to you, but since he's missing some things that's like not so strong to you. He's not a man to those women. So I'm not a man to a lot of women. I'm not manned up. I'm not good enough. But they don't know how much courageousness or boldness it took for me to go talk to her. Because I'm not the Casanova. But that's what I say, the heart of me. And I say me because I'm part of the guys that the 32,000 men that I know is black. It's 32. I know it was a report because we don't have kids, because the makeup of men is 27% of men that's unaccounted for. That's a black descent, African descent. We don't know if they're gay. They don't know if they're in prison. But the percentage, because remember, it's 100%. It's like 30% that make up the population of multiple babies. Some are included with incarceration. So basically, the fatherless. Because if you got multiple kids and a lot of black families are die-functioned, they're dying. My cousin has a. I told a woman, she was laughing. She's like, wait. My one cousin have one child. His son turned to be gay. My my other cousin has one child. He's only 20 something. He might end up with two or three. But the one cousin have like 8 to 12 kids. He might have more than that. That's the guy. He got married now. He's married now. It's not a diss, but this is what we keep. I kept track. I'm looking at the men's in our family. My father got 6 kids, but he was the one that was the Rolling Stone. He was married before. So what we're going by now. So imagine all this disorder in the community in these homes. That's just my father and my one cousin. That's two different sides of the family. And my uncle of my mother's side has a lot of. So it's like imagine if I bring out 10 people men on my mother's side and 10 on my father's side, we're gonna get two. So 8 men only gonna have a few kids that's most likely took care of them, or they live in a household. We ain't saying they the best, because we know that there is some drawbacks to family life when you're learning. So what my father did, well, my father's side, my mother's side, we got two on each side that have a whole bunch of kids. But then we got to think about the 60 to 70% of men that is married though. But nobody's talking about them because those are the men that's not on the social media sites. Let me advocate for them real quick. Those are the good men. Those are the men that I will become. But the way they destroying our community, now we're just neighbors. We are hood. We are ghetto. We are product of the environment. We got the abortion clinics. We got the drugs in the community. We got the music industry, the entertainment industry being taken over, polluting and corrupting us. Now what we doing, we're exterminating men like me. I'm 35, and I have to come to realizations at 35, which is still early in my life, that I might not be worthy or eligible to what they're telling women what is worthy and eligible. Because I don't have the Christianization of the religions. So I'm gonna be left out because of that. So I'm not a Muslim. I'm not gonna find a Muslim black woman or whatever. I don't have the economical status of my income and job. I'm still working towards building that up. I'm not going to be seen until a later part of my life. But that's when after those women been through they didn't want, like, they didn't think about love. So I had a video. The lady said she had took 6 of her, how they say, single, successful, and saved women, all over 40s. None of them was married. None of them had never been married. But now at 40, they like, I want to be married now. But what they did their whole life, they didn't have love. They loved themselves, and like they had a love of the spirit, like the whatever the God, the whatever their faith was. But it was like, I'm waiting to find that man. And let me do this and this first. I'm not about to do that because I know what it takes for me to get there. So if I'm not the Casanova, I know it's gonna be harder for me. So the heart of me is like, damn, I gotta set, and it hurts like deep. I haven't cried in like it's about to be 2 years. I don't want to cry, but I feel like I'm crying inside. Like you never hear a man say that. They hide. We was taught to hide our feelings. My mother said, "You a man, take it." My father said, "You supposed to be a man, take it." That's the old ways. I made an old way, traditional way video, and some people gonna take what I say even about sex the wrong way. I don't care because that is the old way of thinking. Because if we was going to hell, we all be in hell. Most childs are born out of marriage. They're not born into marriage. They're not birthed into marriage. They're not seeded into what a loving relationship should look like or should be. A lot of people, there's 10 million women in America that do not know who their baby fathers are. That's crazy. That's crazy. 10 million. That says a lot. And we putting the onus on one another. Like we don't want to put the onus. Like right now, if I had a woman, I call her over and have sex. I normally use a condom. Like that's not use a condom. That's just as far her fault as my fault. But somehow we just say, well, it's the woman's fault. No, it's my fault. It's the man's fault. No, it's her fault. We normally we did what we was gonna do. It's a not a blame. It's a togetherness. We went in it together, so we gonna fall. So a family that prays together, the family that dies together. You want to pray, Pray, or Prey? Go hunt and kill, or you gonna uplift and bring and build up. So the heart of me is I'm really hurt and I'm saddened that it's like everybody used that the women like, oh, you will find her. Monica said you will find her, but I was looking at you. I came to you. I didn't go to her. I didn't go to her. I didn't go to her. I was looking at you to be the one for me. But somehow when they and that's okay. If everybody not gonna like you, but at the same time, it's like, damn. And the first thing I hear from these men, they say, "Be yourself." I was like, "I'm never not being myself." And then by the end of the conclusion is, it's not your time. It may not be your time. Okay. And it's in but by then, I told the creator, it's gonna be hard for me. People are like, well, you might meet her before you get all that. How? Where? Because all the women I keep meeting keep basically saying I'm at 35, I'm a man, which I'm holding out my own place. I don't rely on nobody literally for nothing. So I don't get, I never had special services or benefits. I never had, young growing up, we had food stamps. We had paper food stamps. We had the book of stamps, the $100 little food stamp, 50 to get, you couldn't just buy certain things. So you had to go buy something for a quarter or 10 cents and get the change with food stamps. That right there. Food stamps now is literal paper. They give you real money. They give you a card like a credit card and put money on it. People be selling that. That's silly. You have $600. They sell their food stamps for $300. You just lost $300. Can I have your money if you don't want it? That never makes sense. You could easily tell them you want money instead of you only want the $300 they would gave it to you. But that's just me. And so we got us believing. That's why I call myself a knower. I know what works for me. I know what I've seen. I know what I experienced, which I stated your experience can change based on one woman I met. Like I still have a first. It sounds funny. I haven't done a lot of firsts. Women think I'm a virgin by the way I carry myself. Like that's crazy. Like you think I'm a virgin because I actually do. Like and I like to tell them I go to the strip club and it's like that don't mean nothing. And see, then they still see that respect of me. And she's like, one lady was like, I bet you when you get a strip, and she had me cracking up. She had me dying. She's like, you don't even fold the money up to the stripper. You bring like a whole bunch of envelopes and you probably write a note on the envelope and hand her the money and you probably bow like you probably bow and give it. She was had me dying. She was just cracking on me. I was dying. I was like, no, I don't do that. I do it like they want me to. They lift the thing up, put the money in, and that all shows that. And that's what a lot of women think. That's I disrespect women because of the strip club. I didn't know like so when your ass hanging out, that's not disrespecting yourself. And then not and then when they know me, I ask them. I asked the stripper or the dancer, exotic dancer, supposed to be burlesque and exotic. Because I have tried to like coach up women and be like, and I'd be there and I used to joke around. But I wasn't joking, I was serious to the lady because I was like, what you here for? She's like, I'm like trying to raise a little bit of money for my and I met a woman, beautiful. She go by Lola in school, beautiful, real thick. I was like, I can see myself with her, but she said I treat this like a business. I started to say something foul, like, okay, if I got some money, can I get some? Would you treat it like a business then? But I just looked at her and like, oh, okay, I respect that. Because I respected her just because she was shaking her ass and was naked. I don't, and I was like, and then this is what we fail to realize, and I want women to know this. Men that's single, that's not virgins, what do you expect them to do when they want some love and affection and they don't have like a woman that just can call for a booty call? I don't know, because what do you do? Don't say that you work out, yeah, you gotta focus, but do your focus do be like, man, you do get down and like, I want love. You might have toys, you might have a dildo, some vibrator. We might jerk off, masturbate, whatever you want to call it, self pleasure. But like, what do you want the people that really do that's single? Like, I don't get this. Like, I don't expect no single woman to, but if she gonna enter a relationship, yeah, you might not want to be talking to the guy you having sex with while you're trying to talk to the man that can be your. If you're looking for a real love in the future, you might not want to have all these guy friends. Like a man, you might not want to have all these women friends. You might want to cut some back. You really don't have no real connection to anyway. It's just like what's going on, basically connection. So that's what I really do with the women I be trying to get to know and talk to. So and it's like that's the heart of me though. I got a different way of looking at life and the perspective. And I asked those dancers, a Zog dancer, and I talked to them. She's like, some like I didn't like it, but I do now. And it's a way to make money. This is making money. And they don't mind. Like I might meet a guy. They does not they focus to meet a guy. They focus just like you ever seen Players Club? Diamond said that played by Lisa Ray. She's like, don't let the money make you make the money, and that's what they doing. A lot of them don't even care. I like. I asked them like the other like couple. And I like, what you excuse me? Ooh. So like, I like, what you here for? It's like I'm just chilling. Like, go make your money. It's like I'm not worried about that. I'm waiting on the weekend. I like don't rely. I thought like don't rely on the weekend. It's these men that I like me. I came out to see you this week. Come like show like fake it. She laughing. I was like, fake it. You fake it. Some other times, she's like, sometimes I don't. I was like, I know because you already explained. I already know. Some women already told me they enjoy this, and she was laughing. I know y'all enjoy the attention part, but if I tell the women tell me, I wish men didn't talk to me as much. I was like, no, because that would throw away a lot of theology. And then maybe if that did happen, then I was like, oh, men don't like women. And it's like when you don't, like I got asked questions many a times, are you gay? Because I wasn't trying to hit on a woman, get the woman that all the men was trying to have sex with. Because she was pretty to every man. I'm like, you pretty. But I don't know how to entertain because like that's a and I know a lot of times I don't say nothing to women because it's a waste of my time. Like my friend recently tried to hook me up with this lady because his wife was like, y'all will click. And I was talking to her. I was like, I just stops. Like in the mid conversation. I was like, she's not interested. And they finally left it alone after a week or two. Like, man, you would go good. Let me invite her over. I was like, nah. And I was working and I'm working right now. And I was talking, I had to be honest, like, man, I'm happy for your marriage. I'm happy like, but I want to be married and have children one day. He ain't really say nothing. But I was like, man, I don't want my negative energy to be around people. That's why I don't go around people. That's why I stay more to myself. I stay in the house. And people look at it like, oh, you hating on them. And he understood because he went to the Universal. So because it's like, I was tired. I didn't want to be there. And it showed. And that's why I like friends. Like, that's why I made him a friend to me because he understood. And he knew I'm not because he know that's not in me. I didn't grow up. See, I didn't grow up and around certain things. So I didn't grow up like around drug dealers and the prostitutes, the people that was misguided that led to their corruption. I didn't grow up around that. And I didn't grow up around like my uncles that was being promiscuous and my father that was like that. I didn't grow up around them. I grew up around my mother, even though even watching that movies, I can see what the hurt was in my mother from my father and all the stupidness, the destruction of the dysfunction of the family. She still taught my mother taught me how to be a respectable man. And what I learned how to be on my own as a man. So when I hit manhood, I was like, wow, this is hard. This is different. And then you constantly hear a woman say, men don't know how to be men. It's like, so if men don't know how to be men and his father is home, that means women don't know how to be women because the mother is now taking on two responsibilities of both sides. And so that's my logic. I don't get no more deeper in that logic because if the father gone, that means there's a spot missing. That means that mother is trying to, she's literally, and What she can't do, when I learned, she's trying to make up for that man not be there, but she can't be the man. No, women. Father Day is Father Day. Mother Day is Mother's Day. That's how it works. You don't have a damn penis. You didn't fertilize your own eggs. So no, that's not how it works. You would never get me to tell anybody that. That don't even make sense. That's just me though. I make too much logic. My logical sense. Like when a woman can make logical sense, that's very sexy to me. Like when a woman not using the word bitch and hoe, she's not uptight, she's not a diva, she's not sassy, she's not a boss. She's not talking about like some ratchet stuff. Like they say Cardi B be like, I like it like that. That sounds stupid as hell. It sounds like you illiterate. And she wasn't the first one to do the That's the early 2000s, 1999, 98. Where the hell we been at? How is people taking stuff like, hey? That was rerunning Dwayne Wayne. I'm quite sure somebody else used it. But then like the Parkers came when they had went to court like for funniness, but they tried to use hey, say hey, and rerunning it was using the Roger and everything. They brought the people on there. So that was a good episode. It showed that's what we need to show like them movies. I didn't know like if that's a movie, that's a movie. I didn't know. So Matt, that's what they were showing to our women and men. I was so like that's why I say if I can cry, I'd cry. I want to cry for the people. When I cry again, it's gonna be so genuine, like because I'm like, wow. And then I seen the other movie with the man when he was a slave. He watched his wife get raped, but then he already let her get raped in a sense. But then he fought too late, but they still killed him. I was like, damn, he would have been dead no matter what. And I want to tell our black women this. It's like a heart to heart right here. I'm gonna be dead no matter what. You're gonna still be here. They're not killing you. They're killing you spiritually, mentally, religiously, physically, and emotionally. They killing us just physically. We got a little mental because I did you look at the Pew report. It was a survey done by the partitions. So the partition part of the republic, the federation of the America stand with the standards of the of people. So the census, like they know I'm one man in my household. They don't have children, so I'm not really. They don't see me, but they know my friend. He got about to have 4 black kids in his household. They about to attack him. He got the career job. They know him when he go to work. He doing this for his family, even till he get his business, till he come his own entity. And that's what we got to understand. We're still coming out of slavery, which we're still in slavery. We're coming out of slavery, which we still in slavery. So people keep saying, woman said, be like that white man you talking about. I was like, okay, you gonna support me? She say nothing. I was like, see, you said nothing. I had a business. I was trying to grow my business. You didn't support me, but you just went right back to Walmart. I had the supplies, the products, the merchandise available. She didn't support me. So I told her, what was the point of you saying that? And she got quiet. And I was like, see, you still slave minded, just like I'm still slave minded. Because we're not even together. So they're going to attack him more because they know he got to be at that job until he get his own business running. Don't matter what, he has to do a sacred of his family. But the vice is going to come because that they're using them against. They're going to use him. They're going to go fire me. I'm going to say 2 tears in the bucket. Fuck it. Fire me. I'm single. No woman looking at me. If they are, they don't see the heart of me. And if they are, I don't see them because they're hanging out with the women that's bad mouthing me. And they may not be saying nothing. They're not bad. And I don't do the notion, just like even if I made a statement, if somebody robbed the bank, unless you know about it. But that girl don't know that lady talking about me. Even when she say my name, because she only probably around her, only at work. So it's not like she going home talking about me. But I respect, I don't get mad like, okay, well, I'm not the type of friend that be like, well, you was around them and they was talking about me. I just hope you didn't just say nothing bad about me. I don't expect you to defend me. I don't expect you to do anything. I don't expect you to say one word. I rather you shut up and just listen and then say anything. That's golden to me. That shows a likeness of you respect our friendship at least. But it's so much in the heart of me. Like I'm hurt. I get hurt too, just like women get hurt. No, I haven't been molested or raped by my father or uncle, but I've been through things that I told me was okay with women that my cousin done and her friend and everything. But I ain't think nothing of it. But that I don't know. And I guess I look at it different because I'm a man. Because I remember I seen a silly black woman say, "Black women have accepted their rapists." Yeah, y'all did. White women wasn't raping the black men, and that's the thing we don't. Because we gotta remember, if that video was out, and in the first video when that black man died protecting his woman after she got raped, and then there about the other thousands more that was the 2 million from Africa was shipped to America to be on plantations, to be in slavery. The ones that did fight before their wives got raped, and they women still got raped, but then they women didn't getting raped because they was accepting it. That's why they call them mammies, boys. Call me mother. I seen the video as comedy, but it's not funny. By this lady named Daphne. Like, call me your mama. I'm your new mama. And that like that spiritually, to me, a lot of things spiritually hit home. That is hard. I don't. My TV is right here. It's still in the box. I've been here where I'm at for 2 years now. I don't know if I showed you that. I haven't watched TV. At work, I don't watch. I try to watch the news at work. It was straight garbage. I don't even watch I used to say I would keep up with the world news. I don't keep up with the news. Because I feel like every time I just step outside, the spirit ain't changed. Because I remember I told the man, he was like, they working hard, we doing changes. I was like, when I step outside, the spirit tell me otherwise. Because if we're doing work for change, because these men get corrupted, all these black leaders, you pay them off. This Louis Farrakhan, Jackson, but the closest we got to the men that we know of, and my mother and I went through a lot of things that we see. So imagine their mother was calling them, was grooming them to be bed wenches, but it didn't work. But the dysfunction of the family, the killing off of the family worked because of the favoritism to the son or daughter. But now look at the son or the daughter that was favored. They're doing better in life than the other ones. My mother's doing great and within herself. But the other ones that helps when it's about we want validation. That help when you a man and you got a woman by your side. You got more of a reason. And like honestly, I don't have no reason to want to do community and unity. I don't have kids. But I see people start advocating for things and their child finally gets shot or get ran over by a car. It's not a diss. This is like true life. And it's like, why wait that long? I don't have kids. But then people like to throw up, you don't have a child, you don't know what you're talking about. But you do. So your child not listening to you. And you're not listening to me. I see a disconnect there. I see a connection. They just look at me weird. I say it again. I didn't say it twice to them. I said, your child not listening to you. You're not listening to me. Don't that resonate? And people hate when I talk like, because it's just logical. And people automatically make assumptions about me. I was like, you made an assumption about me, but you didn't even ask me a question. Like one girl said, like you live with your mother. I don't know how like I live with my mother. But the man you having so many troubles with. But I bet you he don't look like he lived with his mother. But like he lived with a woman that I bet you wouldn't say that to him. So that was like all disrespectful in all types of ways. We played it off. I joked it off with her. She kind of had like a blank look with her blank laugh. And it was like that was like, or a woman telling me this, I seen this before. And when she said, I apologize to myself. I was like, I never heard nobody. I was like, isn't that the most, like, I thought about conceited. That ain't the word, but I'm gonna use that word. Conceited is mess I ever heard. I'll apologize to myself. Apology is if you can't apologize, like if you hurt someone and said something bad to someone and that's not the truth, let you apologize to that person. Like from the spirit said, apologize from a distance. But if you can seize a person, don't you want to like acknowledge that you did wrong and apologize to them as well? Didn't get that. So I know in the heart of me, it's gonna be very different from a lot of men. I know there's a lot of men out there like me. I would say be encouraged, but that's getting old. I would say be strong in yourself, but not too strong. Know that you hurt. Nobody can tell you that you don't hurt, that you don't go through what you go through. You don't feel what you feel. That's silliness. That's true silliness. That's a person that's like they forgot who they are. And that's one thing the spirit has said to me. And it's funny, I get spiritual lessons when I'm not even I know I'm spiritually great. That's why I know when I get spiritual lessons, I'm spiritually great because I'm not at that mark of the actual visible mark. I'm at that spiritual mark, and the spirit like don't forget, do not forget. I was born in the inner city of Buffalo. In was it Children or Sister Hospital, but I lived in Langfield my whole life. They call that the projects, the hood, the ghetto. I lived in the Langfield projects. I won't forget that. I don't look down on no man and woman that grew up with me. It's just disheartening to see them in prison, jail, get gone. No purpose, no life. They didn't live. They didn't exalt. They didn't expound. They didn't give out their talents and gifts. They didn't even touch the world yet, and they're gone. But I have a chance here to advocate for them, or the ones that's out in the street now. You do too. Go grab them. Go talk to them. I'm not scared of nobody. If I'm gonna die that day for speaking good, I want to die speaking good than to be advocating for bad. That's just me. I would rather die on a positive note. Somebody want to shoot me in my face because I'm saying, man, we need a stronger men to come together. I don't worry about that because that's like for real. That's a lot. I'll be thinking like he got killed. Like I don't know his past or background. If he did have a bad past, he's doing a better work now. He's doing his work. So hopefully the creator do see that and be like, man, you doing your work, and then let him go to where we go. You let them get perfect rest. I don't know. We don't know. We guessing. We guessing what happened. No man can tell us before they was born what happened and after they naturally die what happened. We don't know where we go. That's the if anything, if you want to say about the God, quote unquote, my creator, the Father, the Almighty Truth, we don't know. But I know from when I'm able to realize to 35 now, whatever age I was like, wow, I understand. I know that to be the truth. Even like, and I had dated a lady, we didn't connect. We haven't talked since that day. I went out and I knew it was not there. She not there. She's already talking to someone. So I'm quite sure they did a little more now. She like him. We haven't talked. She haven't texted me. So we knew inside what it was. But the whole time on the date, I didn't even feel her trying to connect to me. So it was like, wow. But she already made it clear that even from my dating profile, I said I wouldn't mind. I was like, you didn't read it. She said I wouldn't date no one with kid. I was like, no, read it. I never rule that out. I said most likely it'd be hard, but I will. I will see what's up. But she said through her experience. So she just used her experience from other men that said that. Well, I dated men with that said that, but this how it turned out. But I don't know. I don't know if I even like you yet. Like y'all didn't connect. I met a woman named Andrea. I liked her son. I was like, I liked her son. He's well disciplined, but she's not. I'm looking at her like, what happened? I like your son, but I don't really like you like that. But once her sister lived with her, and it was like still fresh of me getting to know her, and the spirit was like, yeah, leave her alone. It's about to be problems. And I was like, I know I never put myself in situations where I would hurt myself. Even I had a lady friend named Felicia. We was talking. I said if I had a neighbor that liked me and she was trying to get with me and just basically just like sexual, just sex. I was like, I would never be around her. She was like, why? You won't. I don't got to test myself, and that don't make me weak. And that's what we got to look at, man. That don't make you weak. naturally the world is going, you're gonna be in this world, you're gonna get tested. You're gonna meet, you know, women know when you marry, women know when you have a girlfriend. They can look at you. They know when you don't have a girlfriend, when you don't. They know when you don't have things, they look at you. But women try to hide that and try to give up these fallacy stories talking about that's not why I like you, that's not why I'm talking to you. Well, there's no other reason why you like me or talking to me. So we got to think about that. Like that's a lie, and I don't like women lie a lot. They made a song called "Women Lie, Men Lie." Like women, or they not loyal. They not like they try to say we're not loyal, but a lot of women, and this is not a diss to women. A lot of women, not even like my friend Monica, may not have been a good woman, but she thinks she is because the way she projected, you not for me. I didn't need. I know that already. We already went over that. But the way I wrote my message and hers, I guess she was showing her command towards me, but her ex still calling her. But even when her ex was beating her ass and abusing her, he was still getting pussy afterwards. And that's what I don't get about women. And I never, and I'm not mad, but it didn't make sense to me. See, when she put that in there, she tried to make it clear. Don't make it clear to me. I'm cool. I'm the one that said this end the ties. It's cool. It's nice knowing you. And I feel I wish I hope you the best. I mean, I didn't say wish. I said I hope you the best. I didn't throw in there mean or rude. I said I actually put because it was over a text. Because she have a hard time when you call her, she don't answer. But when she called me, she expect for me to answer. So that was weird to me. That's another woman thing that I hate. And that's how I know she didn't really like me because I know what she's looking for. She said she thinks she got to build me up. I was like, you met a guy that didn't have his own place and everything. That wasn't. I always took care of myself on my own. I lived with my mother. My mother didn't really. After a certain age, my mother didn't give me money. My mother didn't buy me clothes. My mother didn't buy that stuff. I bought all my own. I supplied my own. Like if I gave her money for toiletries and little small hygiene products and things that help her and the household. That's how I always looked at life. I didn't worry about that. She didn't expect that from my brother and sister. So, but it was like Monica wanted to be strong with me, but have yet to be strong with her ex. That don't make sense. A man that hurt her compared to a man that was trying to get to know her, that was being honest and genuine and really giving his heart to her. So with all that being said, I know I went off a lot, but I like to give different examples of like how you can be and who you can be and why, who, what, where, why, how. Learn because that's in your purpose, your mission, position, and your purpose. Learn that for yourself and love thyself, not in a way where you taking 800 selfies a day and 8,000 selfies a day, 800. I know I said 800 selfies a day. You know, that's like love. Like you can love yourself, but I know when as I go along life, I want to share my life. And if it don't happen, and I say this all, the heart of me, the heart of all hearts, I'm gonna keep saying it. You probably heard me say it a couple of times. I'm gonna accept that the cycle of these laws and theories, like the Jim Crow law, the Willie Lynch theory, keep calling them fake, not real letters, but somehow they're working, just like the other dude said. They're not real letters. It's not a real scripture. Just like the Bible, the real, but that don't prevail in my life. Women's supposed to show me that love, and I have yet to receive love from a woman. But I'm the man that's not hurting them. So the world is winning because within the world, they're teaching women to do the go with men. That's the exact opposite for me. Even the men that I know that's married, a lot of men, a lot. It's like, dang, that's who you married. But they don't have multiple kids. But they are the Christian. They are following a religion. They are following B. But the man, it's like women keep saying they want men that they want leaders, but these men are not leaders because a lot of these men are just following them. Well, I want you to be a leader because you follow Christ. I follow the Creator, but whatever. But that's a lot of onus of people. That's who they are. So I'm gonna accept who I am, and one day I might meet a woman that accept me for who I am. Hopefully, she chocolate. She's got a little booty. I don't care about breasts. She got a nipple. Some hit like something the creator know. Like even I know what I'm attracted to. I know what's a white woman not gonna keep me because I'm gonna see some chocolate. I'm like and I really did. That's a statistic when I see a black man. Julius Randle got a white girl. Dwight Howard. Uh, Terrence Howard got a Chinese woman. Jamie Foxx was with a white lady. Look all the stuff. Tiger Woods was with a white woman. Tiger Woods battled a lot. Paying white women to have sex with him and $10 million. Shaq was with a white man. Who don't want to? I don't want a white woman. I just seen that Oklahoma State. He was a lineman, defensive lineman, or a defensive man. Maybe some little. He like 5'4". I don't see that's what I love her, but I know he wasn't a black woman. I understand that, and I know it's black women that's not well received by black men. But I know this. Unlike men, black women, we're not approached. We choose you. From what I'm hearing, you could get 1,000 men to approach you a day, but it's not of your liking. I can say, excuse me, miss, but it's not received because of my attraction level. Cool with the black. But when you say I gotta go to white your area, they worship you. The one man that want to worship denied them. So both sides are really different. We don't want to talk about how the men went to war and came home to no house. He came home with disorders with no love. Basically, that's what I've been through. So I want to say, be the best you can be. Enjoy life. And your heart, man, keep speaking your heart, man. Don't ever let women tell you that you're not great or a person tell you not great. Another man tell you not great. You great, man. You the $1 million dream. You are too, women. Don't think like if it's not like I diss women, but I'm coming from a perspective of a male. I'm a man. And I'm not the Casanova. I'm not the man that womanize. I'm not the whoremonger. I may I even think about like, damn, man, I'm paying for sex. Literally, I'm paying her to have sex with me. I'm not paying her to be in a relationship with me. I'm paying her to have sex with me. Literally. That gets to me too. I got hurt. I'm genuine. I'm loving. But since I don't have like whatever I'm missing, I'm not really missing. You just looking at it from your perspective. And if that be it out there that is seeking for you, looking for you, that want to give you his all, he want to give you his best. You just gotta be. You just can't say suck as a black man or indigo man or indigenous, more Pan African, whatever you want. You gave those other men a chance. Start giving us a chance again. Men start giving women a chance again. They don't like because it's like people know this. They didn't go through something to bring up the Holocaust. Why was it 100 years no Holocaust? I respect what you've gone through. Go through less like more like terrorists. I respect that they call you a terrorist. And I feel you're hurt, but it's not the same. So don't lump me in. Like orange is a new lesbian, LBGT is not the new black. Sorry, no. Sorry, because that's stupid. On its own right, its own within that own right. So the heart of me when it says I don't play with nothing. I like being fun. I like humorous. And when I get back to I'm not even gonna make a lot of these videos no more. But I wanted to I see the rappers and people in the music industry, they come out with music. I don't know nothing about you. But let's take songs and let's say okay, that makes sense. But let's do better. We gotta do better. Good night. Sleep well. Shalom.